All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hot Joe and the Ranko Show, episode 15. What? Today is February 13th. We got tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so nothing like an awesome holiday made up by Hallmark. No, I'm sorry. Make sure you get out there and get those presents, everybody. Oh, honey, I don't want anything for Valentine's Day. That's a trap. You better get something. All right, anyway, it's still raining outside. It's disgusting. It's like 42 degrees out the weather window. This rain just will not stop. I'm trying to figure out which kind of wood to build the best ark with, but I'm just hoping it's going to, according to the weather, it's going to stop. Although tonight it's supposed to be like 19 degrees, so if the rain stays around, it'll be snow and ice, but they're not calling for that, so I think we're good. Good morning, camera 2. How are you, buddy? So you can see the steam coming off that coffee there. Having a little Hawaiian blend this morning. That is good. Hey, everybody, subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you like what you hear and see on here. Today we're going to do a little something different. Sorry, I got to adjust this mic. It was slipping down a little bit. I hate to do this, but why are we so sensitive these days? I mean, it's it's like everything you turn on, somebody's offended by something and somebody's done something to me, and do we just not have the ability anymore to just move on and go like, well, cool, man, you can have that opinion. That's totally fine. I don't really care. I mean, people get upset about comedians and offensive jokes. It's like, well, they didn't sit down and write that joke about you. It was a comedian writing a joke. If you don't want to hear that joke, then don't watch, right? So I just wonder why everybody seems so, it's like a sport to get offended. Like, no, I'm more offended than you are, so you need to feel more sorry for me because I'm more offended. I mean, it's just, I don't know if it's our skin's gotten thinner or if it's just social media or what. I think a lot of it probably has to do with social media. But it's also like, I don't watch all the award shows and stuff like that because I think they're kind of stupid. Just to give, hi, I'm a millionaire, let me give another millionaire an award. Oh, you did so good. It's awesome. Good job. It just doesn't mean anything. It's just kind of weird. It's like super rich people voting for other super rich people to give them awards about things that, whatever. I mean, you have to think about that. It's like there's a whole committee. There's people that make their living, their entire living, working for award shows. That's like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I work for the Oscars. That's just weird to me. So, all right. Anyway, now I did watch part of the Golden Globe, so I am lying a little bit, but that was only so I could watch Ricky Gervais just destroy everybody with his jokes, and that was kind of funny, I have to be honest. And a lot of people got super offended by that stuff, but it's like you just, you know, the ones that were laughing are the ones that don't take themselves seriously. The ones that did, well, sorry. But I saw on Facebook somebody had said something about, you know, Joaquin Phoenix, I guess was it the Oscars? I guess it was the Oscars. Had some big speech about how we commercial farming, and now don't get me wrong, I think we can always do things better. I think we can always farm more responsibly and whatever, but I kind of hate being lectured by super rich people about, cows being born and then we steal their calf, I think he said, and something about we take their milk and stuff. I'm like, yeah, those are some pretty sweet leather shoes and leather belt you're wearing right now. It's like, oh, I guess it's okay to take their skin, but don't take their milk. It's just dumb. You get these actors and people and they're like, well, we've got to save the world. We got to start today. We've got to, do all this stuff. And they're all compassionate and everything. I'm like, well, cool. Sell 4 of your houses and give that money to charity, because I guarantee you Ranko's got a smaller carbon footprint than you do. I live in a 1,700 square foot house. I've got 1 air conditioner that I don't run a whole lot of times, and I don't run the heat a whole lot of times. So thank you, Mr. Actor and Actress and musicians. Here's a good idea. Why don't you act and sing? Because that's really what we want to see you do. I don't really care about your political opinions. You can have them. I just don't care about them. And I know this is a little bit of a rant, but it's been bugging the crap out of me. So that's the other thing, is I don't like being a captive audience. Now, if I'm watching something like the Grammys or the Oscars or the Golden Globes or whatever, and I don't like what somebody's saying, I can either just let it go by and be like, whatever, or I can take my thumb and change the channel. And that's okay. What I don't like is when I go to a concert and I spend a whole bunch of money, and then in the middle of the show, that artist decides that he's going to bombard me, he or she is going to bombard me with their political beliefs. That, in my opinion, is not fair. That's being a captive audience that has no choice to get out, right? You can't change the channel if you're at a concert or a show or whatever. And so that's the part I have. I don't have a problem with anybody protesting anything. That's fine. Just don't make me a captive audience, and don't force me into your opinions and what you have to do. I just don't. That's not fair. But it's just crazy. Everybody's all worried now about who's less offensive, who's less detrimental to the world, and all that kind of stuff. It's just political correctness, and you can't say this, and you can only say that. And if you're a comedian, I love Dave Chappelle and Ricky Gervais for the fact that they just say what's on their mind, and it's like, it's jokes, people. Calm down. Like, do you live your whole life where everything offends you? And if you do, well, then you probably need to figure out a way to change that, because the world doesn't revolve around you. We're all here together, and, there's going to be things that you like. There's going to be things you don't like. There's going to be things that offend you, things that don't offend you. Some things that offend you might offend me, might not offend me. I don't know. But the thing is, there's a great comedy routine. You can look it up on YouTube. I don't want to get copyrighted. But it's a comedian talking about being offended, and he's like, nothing happens when you get offended. It's not like, someone said something yesterday and I got offended, and then I woke up today and I had leprosy. Nothing happens when you get offended. You just get offended and then you move on. But people make a whole lifestyle out of being offended. My thing is, just wake up in the morning, go to your job, go to wherever you do. Be nice to people. Make the world a better place than it was when you woke up. That way, when you go to bed at night, you can lay your head down and feel good about yourself, and then repeat. Just keep doing that. Don't judge people for what they do. Don't, we have become this arbiter of what everybody's doing, and it's our responsibility. It's not. You're responsible for you. And you can help people if they ask for your help or they need help. You can do that. Anyway, this concludes my slight rant on being offended. Let's try to have a little thicker skin and maybe not let things bother us as much as they do. And don't spend your whole day trying to put up politically correct things and worry about stepping on people's toes. It's just a waste of time. It's ridiculous. So super exciting this weekend. I'm very excited. Jamie, my buddy Jamie's coming on the show. That is going to be super fun. So we're going to talk about a ton of stuff. We're going to talk about life and just things that have come through our life and how we've dealt with them. We're going to talk about my crazy plan to ride motorcycles on the Trans-America Trail, which we did, and how I suckered Jamie into doing it. Oh, just kidding, Jamie. I didn't sucker him into it. I think I did have to give him a little kick in the booty, and once he was on board, he was on 1,000%. So I'm excited about that. We're going to film that show on Saturday. I don't know when it may come out on Sunday if I have time to edit it. Might be Monday. We'll see. If you have any questions you want me to ask Jamie or us to talk about, whether it be Trans-America Trail, camping, whatever, comment, put it down below, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. That way when that show comes out, you'll know it's happening. Let's do a fun fact. Pirates wore earrings because they believed it improved their eyesight. I got earrings on, man. I got two here. I'm not sure it helps with my eyesight at all. Probably not. Along with many other reasons. Due to superstition, they thought it would protect them from bad eyesight or even blindness, seasickness, and drowning. All right, there you go. Let's read a little inspirational quote, help you through the day here. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Let's hear that one again. I'm not a product of my circumstances. I'm a product of my decisions. So if you had bad circumstances growing up or in marriages or whatever, what decisions have you made to make that better, to change that, to not do those things again? Let's think about that. All right, everybody. I got to get to work today, so I don't know what time this one will come out, but I love you. Take care of each other. Be nice. Donate a bag of dog or cat food to your local shelter. I would really appreciate it. And as my pop said, can't soar with eagles if you hang out with turkeys. Y'all have a great day, and I love you.